Hi guys, and welcome to a new year. I'm always excited about the start of each new year because of the possibilities it brings. Now last year, I was especially excited about 2020 because I thought that's such a perfect number, and I'm sure many of you were too. Well, we all know what happened, and 2020 turned out to be one of the saddest years in recent memory. Now, personally speaking, lots has happened to me too. I lost 3 uncles in the span of a year. My parents' health drove home the consideration of mortality for me. And I had health problems of my own. And I was also spending a year of mourning, reflecting, and letting go of a very dear relationship in my life. Now, together with an untenably toxic situation at work, all of this impacted my health physically and mentally. And what held everything together for me was focusing on authenticity and purpose, as well as trying to get the videos I planned to do last year. And I'm happy that at least I was able to do that. So, to bid farewell to 2020 and to welcome 2021, I thought I'd give you a quick update about myself, this channel, and also share with you 2 lessons I learned from 2020. Now first, an update on me. Authenticity and purpose, life purpose, have always been guiding lights for me. Last year, using these 2 guides, I was forced to confront the fact that there were some areas of my life that were not authentic. Now this awareness caused a dissonance I could no longer ignore. So I made some major changes. Now, I went on a couple of self-discovery journeys. I received some coaching myself. Yes, even coaches would greatly benefit from coaching. And I made the final decision to let go of my job, which was increasingly toxic and negative and really impacting on my health. Now, it was one of the hardest things that I've ever had to do because I used to love my job. I really loved it. And all the good people I'd have to leave behind, but sometimes you've got to dig deep to find out what's the best path for you and take it. So I had to do it and start living more congruently according to my authenticity and my life purpose. And I'll share some of that personal journey with you in some videos to come. For AA35, I've always focused on health and relationships because I believe that those 2 things are foundational to living the best possible life you can. But the more I work with people, whether it's in their health, their fitness, or their relationships, the more I realize that how-tos can only get you so far. You see, I can teach somebody to exercise, to cook a healthy meal, to build up his confidence with women. But what's more important is what underpins those actions. Your mindset, your attitude, your values, the kind of person you are, how you live your life, and the directions in your life. So that's where I see this channel going. Now, I still will be talking about fitness, exercise, and nutrition, but increasingly I want to start focusing on the life aspects of things. So things like relationships, life purpose, authenticity, mindset, attitude. And to an extent, last year in 2020, despite all the things going on in my life, I think I was able to do a few videos, especially on authenticity and life purpose, that will hopefully set the stage for the future videos to come. So let me end off by sharing 2 lessons from 2020. First is, of course, the COVID situation. Now, I think few people could have expected how serious that problem would become. And indeed, some of the most powerful people who could have done the most good pretty much did nothing, at least until the stock market crash in February. What a shock, right? But by then, lots of damage had been done already. People lost and are still losing loved ones. And lockdowns and social distancing meant that we could no longer always count on seeing our loved ones and our friends anytime we wanted to, like we did before. So here's the first lesson. Don't take your loved ones for granted. It's easy to say that, I can always put off spending time with my loved ones, like say my parents or my spouse or special other or my children or friends, to another time? Well, last year, the social distancing and the lockdowns should be wake-up calls for those of us still asleep in this department. So think about who's really important in your life, and then every single day do one thing to connect with somebody special. Now it could be something like a phone call or a text message or even a hug, but do that each day, every day. The second lesson has to do with celebrity deaths. Now, a few years ago, I did a video on celebrity deaths and how in part they inspired me to do this channel. And I said that our heroes also pass and life is precious. Well, last year, in 2020, we lost another few. David Prowse, Sean Connery, and even the very young Chadwick Boseman. So here's the second lesson. If there's something important to you, do it now. Don't delay. I think it's human nature, and I'm guilty of the same, to say, you know what, I'll wait for a nice number to start. Maybe the first of the month, or the first of the year, or even the start of the new week. The thing is, we never know what will happen in the future. Anything can happen. Life is precious, so seize every moment and make sure that every minute of your life counts for something. That's what I have for you today. It's a very short video, and I just think it's very important for us to think of the lessons of the negative things that the negative things in our lives can teach us. Like last year, for example, truly one of the saddest years ever. But what's that teach us about health, the importance of looking after ourselves, relationships, not taking people for granted, about tolerance and being more inclusive of the people who've been marginalized that we may not even have realized. Maybe because we're in a privileged position ourselves. Now, I'll be taking a short break of about 3 months, and I'm going to do that because that's in keeping with what I always believe, that sometimes you just need to take time out to recharge, recover, and rejuvenate. I'll be doing, I'll be looking after my health primarily, maybe trying some yoga, doing some meditation, probably setting up some things that involve looking after my family. And I'll also be laying the groundwork for more videos. Now, I'd really like to do more videos, but I don't want to be confined to any kind of set schedule. Because, I really want to make each video the best I can. And I'm not on YouTube to be famous or to make money off it. As you can see, last time I counted, I had only about 10 subscribers. But a few people whose lives I can touch, I want to touch in a significant way. And if that means taking a bit more time to do my research, my planning, and my content for really useful, impactful videos, and that means not worrying about the YouTube algorithm, then that's what I'll do. Alright? So I'm signing off, but I'll see you sometime in April. But in the meantime, please look at some of my other videos. I know they're pretty few, but I like to think that the few that I have will be useful to you in some way. Please continue with comments and questions. I'll still be checking those and I'll still be answering those. Alright, let me wish you not a happy new year, but an authentic new year filled with purpose and meaning. I'll see you soon.